So this type of defrost utilizes demand defrost. The way it works is it's going to be reading an outdoor ambient temperature, and it's also going to be reading a coil temperature. And when it starts seeing a greater difference between the two, it's going to initiate defrost based off an algorithm built into the board. So instead of an open and close switch, it's got actual thermistors which vary their resistance based off the temperature. So I've got my associate right now is ohming out the outdoor ambient sensor leads, and we've got an ohm value of 11.73. So if I look at my chart, it's about 70 degrees in here. If I look at this chart and find 70 degrees, then I'm going to see we should be right at 11.59. So we're right where we need to be. All right, so he's holding this outdoor ambient temperature sensor in his hand, so we should be able to see this resistance changing as it warms up. Remember, we started around 11.7 and now we're dropping to about 9.7. So if I look at this, as we heat up from 70 up to 75, then 81, we should see the resistance start dropping, which is what it's doing. So it's responding appropriately. We can do that with the outdoor ambient sensor, and we can also do it with the coil sensor that's inside if we suspected those as a problem.
All right, check the defrost board on a demand defrost. You're going to have the manufacturer's instructions. So in their booklet, this one actually goes over everything this board is looking at before it will initiate defrost. But right now, what's important is that it says we have the ability to bypass that and force it into defrost as a service technician or installer just to check it to make sure it works right. So in this one, it says all we have to do is short out our test pins. So as long as we've got a call on Y for the compressor to be running, we can jump out these test pins and we'll kick into defrost, and we'll stay in defrost until I remove my jumpers off the test. And then it'll go back to normal operation, terminate as necessary. So we're just going to try that. We've got it running, we're in mode. I'm just going to jump out these test pins. So again, we check it. If I were in the field, I would be checking just like I did my time temperature. I see that my fan shut off. I can feel that that line's getting cold, and I can disconnect my thermostat wire from my emergency heat or auxiliary heat, and I can check to make sure I got 24 volts coming from the board on W to my collar. So that's it. Now it'll bring itself out of defrost whenever it needs to, based on its natural operation.